Hi, this is Ben from cyclingtipshq.com. Today is part 3 of our Getting Started with Zwift series, and what I'm going to be showing you today is logging in to Zwift and the interface, how it works, some of the menus, some of the shortcuts, so hopefully your first couple of rides with Zwift will go nice and smoothly. Now, all of this is assuming you've already got your kit set up, you've got your bike, whether that's a bike on a turbo trainer or a smart trainer set up and ready to go. It's assuming you've already downloaded the software and you've logged in. If you want any help with any of that stuff, then please feel free to go to cyclingtipshq.com and check out some of my other videos. So this is all I've done is opened up the application and logged myself in. This is the first screen you're going to see. And depending on what kind of system you've got set up depends on what you're going to see. Now normally when I log on I see this and this section lit up. That's because I'm using a speed sensor on a classic turbo trainer, I use a heart rate monitor and I use a cadence sensor. If you're using a power meter you may well see this lit up, or if you're using a smart trainer you'd see this lit up, and there may be any other combination in it. Now today I'm not going to be doing any cycling, I'm going to be a bit lazy and I'm just going to watch someone else cycling around Zwift. This will give you a bit of an idea of what the screen looks like and will also allow me to talk you through some of the menus. So I'm going to go into just watch here. Beautiful view of Watopia Island opens up in front of us, and you'll see me there, B Reeve, sitting nice and lazily at the side of the road, and some would say that's pretty apt. Now I'm going to be sitting there today because I've got nothing to control me. What I'm going to do is follow someone else. And hopefully we can find someone who's moving. So here we go. Now this is the Zwift interface, so you will normally find yourself on this camera angle when you first start, following yourself down the road. In the top left hand corner here you've got three things. You've got your wattage, you've got your revs per minute, and you've got your beats per minute. So your wattage will either be generated by your power meter, your smart trainer, or your speed sensor that you're using on your bike, and will be an estimated figure if you're using the last one. Your revs per minute will come if you're using a cadence sensor, and your beats per minute will come if you're using a heart rate sensor. Across the top here we have got your speed, you've got how many kilometres you've covered so far, you've got how much climbing you've done, and that can either be in metres or feet, and then you've got the time that you've completed so far. We're going to give this little guy a little ride on here, which is a little thumbs up. He's doing pretty well so far, so why not? Down the right hand side here then, you've got a map of where you are on the course currently and the people around you. You've got a map of the total course with all the ups and downs. You've got a list of all the riders that are nearby you, so you can kind of catch and defeat. You can see this guy here is coming up to an endpoint, so he soon will be getting a bonus for going through that endpoint. And on the left hand side here we've got some live results. Now they're normally for any of the kind of king of the mountain competitions that are out there, for any of these for any of the sprints that are around you. So that shows you kind of the main screen that you'll spend most of your time on in Zwift. If I show you down into this bottom left hand corner here, this will take you to the main menu, so it's taking you back to me and it will take you to this main menu here. Now what this is going to show you is your rider score, so you get experience for travelling certain distances, for going through certain markers. You can see I've gone through, I'm at 2,610, my next big prize comes at 3,000, that might be some unlockable gear, it might be a new piece of kit, it might be a new bike. It shows you a little bit about your best wattages for certain distance, your total ride, so you see I haven't spent a lot of time on it. All my stuff over at Cycling Tips HQ is amateur cycling, you know, learning stuff and teaching it to you as I go along, and this is exactly the same. I'm not the most experienced, I'm just teaching what I know. This in here shows a challenge, so I'm currently doing the Ride California challenge. You can select other challenges, so you can select to climb Mount Everest, and there's a couple of lot ones down there. I'm currently trying to ride the 1,283 kilometres of Ride California, which feels pretty hard work. I've done 5% of it so far. Along the right hand side here, this is achievements. There's lots of different achievements, just like on a computer game. I've got a few of these already, so I broke 30 miles an hour, I broke 40 miles an hour, I drafted another rider for 15 seconds. There's various other ones, ride 10 miles in a ride 40 kilometres in a ride 100 kilometres, and loads of other ones in there. And for all of these you get extra XP, which is more unlockables. This one here is the screen we've seen already, which is to pair your sensors. And when I exit this screen, I'm going to end up going back to my rider screen. So I'm going to have to hit just watch and go back to my rider screen. So if I go back to my menu here, this one here I've got customize. I'll show you a little bit more about this later on when I go into the shortcut menus. And then in the bottom right hand corner here, you've just got the settings that are available to you. This is having a little load here. So if we go to the bottom right hand corner of the menu here again, this one is going to show you the settings. There's various different settings. So at the top here is the sound volume. You've got the game resolution, mine's set on medium. You can go up to HD. You've got various bits around the user interface, measurements, uploading of photos, which I'll show you in a minute, group chat, etc. So you've also got the option from here to end the ride. So that's the kind of pause menu done. So let me now take you over to following someone else again. So we're following Mr. B. Moore. So hello, Mr. Moore. What I'm going to show you now is some of the shortcut menus that are available. So when you are riding along, if you haven't got the mobile app downloaded, it's sometimes quite useful to know the shortcuts. So the first shortcut I'm going to show you is shortcut T. So if you press the T button, you're going to open up your customization screen. So this allows you to change any number of things. So you can change your jersey over, you can change your bike over. So I haven't unlocked a lot just yet. I've got a Zwift TT bike in there. I've got the carbon bike in there. I can change the frame color over. I can change the wheels on the bike. I've only got one set at the moment. I can choose what color hair I've got, or whether I've got any hair or not. I can choose whether or not I'm wearing gloves or not. And I can choose whether or not I'm wearing socks or not. So this is, you know, it's for aesthetics more than anything. But some of these, like on a computer game, like on an Xbox or a PlayStation, you only unlock for doing certain things. So if you see someone riding certain bikes, you'll get to know after a while that they've done pretty well. The next menu I was going to show you is the M screen. So this is your group chat screen. So you open this up and you can send a group text to everyone that will appear in the top right hand corner. So if I type in here, hi everyone, and hit enter, up in the top right hand corner here, B Reeve says hi everyone, and people can talk to you and reply to that. The third one I wanted to show you was the escape key. So if you hit escape, this will save and exit your ride. You can do exactly the same as this from going through the menu that I showed you earlier, just by stopping, pulling over to the side of the road. But if you quickly want to exit a ride, you can do this, and then if you're logged in with Strava, you hit the Save in Strava button. That's going to appear over on your Strava. If you hit the A button, we've seen this screen before. This is your ANT plus sensor screen. So if any of your paired sensors have dropped off and you want to reload them, you can come over to this screen. Well, we've joined someone else now who's moving a little bit quicker. Look at this, doing 58 kilometers an hour. The next one is the U button. This is going to allow you to toggle the unit. So if you look at the white bit at the top of the screen now where the speed is, I'm going to hit the U button, and I've switched over to mile an hour. I hit the U button again, and I switch back over to kilometers an hour. So you've got your metric and your imperial. You can change that over quite quickly. If you hit buttons 1 to 9, you're going to change the camera angle. So currently I'm on number 1. If I hit number 2, I'm going to zoom in a bit closer. Number 3 takes away the rider completely. Number 4 is a nice sidewards view here. Number 5, well, don't want to say that shot is, but you've got a lovely view of the sunset in the background. Number 6 is a straight on view. Number 7 is kind of a flyby mode. Number 8 is from the helicopter. Number 9 is from the helicopter again. And on top of that, if you then hit F10, you can then take a photo. So say I want to switch into number 6 and get a photo of me overtaking someone. If I hit F10, that takes a photo of the screen. And then when I upload to Strava at the end, that's automatically going to upload to Strava so I can see my photo at the end there. The spacebar will allow me to hit a power up. Now there's 5 different types of power up on Zwift. You get these for going through endpoints, so endpoints of a map, endpoints of the sprints, etc. So there's 5 different types. There's a large bonus of experience, which is red and is a large plus symbol. I've never ever seen this. It's quite a rare one, and it gives you as much experience as the equivalent of cycling 12.5 kilometres. The one I see most regularly is the small bonus XP, which is a pink plus sign. Again, this is going to give you, I think it's about half a kilometre's worth of experience. You've then got a lightweight one, which is a green feather. This is most useful on the climbs. You do this, it makes you a little bit lighter, makes the climbs a bit easier. You've then got a blue one, which is looks like a blue van. This is draft boost. So this is going to give you, when you're like this guy is now drafting behind a guy, this is going to give you the equivalent of drafting behind a white van, essentially. So it's going to make drafting a lot easier. And then the one that is a turquoise helmet that you can get is an aero boost. So this is going to make you go a little bit quicker, give you a bit of an aero boost for a certain amount of time. So what will happen when you go through the end, in the top right hand corner here, you will see a little, so I think it's around about here, you'll see a little circle that goes through various different colours and will then stop like a kind of fruit machine. when that's done, if it's one of the plus ones, the bonus ones, that will automatically go into your experience and free up the slot for the bonus again. If you hit the spacebar, you will activate the bonus. So that is essentially all of the shortcuts. There are some other ones in there for doing kind of elbow flicks and hitting ride on and those kind of things. But I think I've covered the crucial ones today. So that, I think, is we're coming to the end of the video. I hope you've been given a good idea of what Zwift looks like. And if you're thinking of signing up, this maybe gives you a bit of a behind the scenes look to see what it's all about when going on. I've got to say, for a turbo trainer and for a bit of kit for sitting in the garage, this has been absolutely fantastic. I find myself using it. I'm only doing kind of 10, 15, 20 kilometre rides, but it gets me out and gets me doing some riding that I probably wouldn't have done before. I've got to get all the kit on and going out and setting up and going on the road and putting lights on the bike. It's allowed me to do some cycling that I certainly wouldn't have done this time last year. So I'm going to let this video run on for another 30 seconds or so, and then let it fade away so you've got a little bit more of an idea of the wonderful Watopia Island here. And then if you've got any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If not, head over to cyclingtipshq.com and please feel free to like or share this video. Feels like a good time to end as the cat has just knocked over the bin beside me. Thanks.